Hello and welcome back to another episode. We're going to get right into it today. But before we go into the map, I just wanted to show you some maps that just came out that I'm actually really excited to play. I'll probably finish out what I'm currently doing. However, when you go under North American maps, they came out with Starbuck, Minnesota. And I look at the map up here, it looks like a pretty nice set of fields and selling points. They came out with East Vineland. I would like to try this too, however, it does look like it's really big. So we'll see about that, but who knows what the size of fields are. You can maybe combine a bunch of them to make larger fields. So that looks nice. And then also the one I really am excited about is Goldcrest Valley. I played this map in the original Farm Sim 23 and loved it. This is a great map, so definitely going to get back into this map at some point. Alrighty, let's continue down our journey. In Riverbends. Okay, so where I left off last time is I just got done planting fields number 3, 4, and 5. Remember I had combined all these together to basically make it a lot more efficient of a farm from a crop perspective. And now I need to plant field 8. So I'm going to go do that. I did check on the animals. Everything looks good there. Before I go anywhere else, I'm also going to check what's in the store. So nothing really interesting in the store. I am pretty excited to get everything planted and keep rolling because then we can eventually sell this stuff. We're going to be planting soybeans in this field and hoping for a pretty good yield. We will be fertilizing it, I think. But yeah, let's get to work. So I'm going to hit B to turn on the planter. We're going to have to back up a little more. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Stop. So I just tried to hire a worker, and he was going to go to the middle of the field. I'm going to run around the outside by myself before I hire a worker. So I'll turn on steering assist, show lines on, worker direction automatic. I do know I have some problems with this tractor being able to pull this thing, but we'll see how it goes. Whoops, didn't have the planter on. Okay, here we go now. Oh, actually not bad. It's going 8 miles an hour, faster than I thought. Because this tractor has a power shift, so sometimes with a heavier load, it doesn't like to pull it as fast as it should, but it seems to be doing just fine. I do really like in Farm Sim how much better the graphics have gotten. So you can see like there's mud sticking on the tires, the equipment gets dirty. All really good things. Hopefully they keep up the good updates. I also like the auto assist for Farm Sim 25 or the auto steer. So it kind of gives you a little more autonomy on how you can basically go about farming your fields. As you can see, I'm going to follow the outside lines, and if I turn that off, you can see the other lines that I can follow. Kind of excited to see where they go with it. I think they'll probably make more improvements too. And yeah, just the landscape in general has gotten way better. So, okay. Let's continue to go around the field this way. Then maybe I'll do a time lapse at some point here. This is a pretty big field. I have fairly small equipment at the current moment. I don't really have any tractors that are big enough to pull heavier equipment, and I don't really have the income to buy anymore, so it's going to be a struggle for a couple seasons here until we can get some bigger implements. I'm hoping at some point we can get some chickens or some type of animal to give us daily income or more frequent income, where crops you basically only get income once or twice a season, depending on when you sell. And right now, let's see what we all have in the Where do I see that down here? So I have 49,000 soybeans that I can sell, 7,000 wheat. So I'm going to get a decent amount of money from the soybeans, but I'm going to wait until June to sell them because it looks like it's going to peak in June. I think that'd be wise of me because I have 22,000. That should get me through the planting and fertilizing periods here. I am going to have to rent a fertilizer though, unfortunately. But not a huge deal. Okay, now that I've done a lap, I'm going to put this on time lapse, I think, while I finish up this field. Okay, so I did all the headlands, and I did 2 strips on the other side of the field, but I am out of beans, so we are going to have to run to the shop. We don't have any feed tenders or anything yet, so let's turn on our 4-ways. It's hard to know what to upgrade first, you know. I'm going to get about $90,000 from the soybeans, hopefully. So what do I spend that on, is my question. To make everything more efficient, because the faster I can do something, the more ground I can cover and buy more land, because this is a Conqueror series. We're going to try to buy the entire map, which is definitely going to take some time. It's huge. We're going to have to play a lot. So how do I do that to make it faster? I think I definitely need animals, as I mentioned before, but then also I think some type of, I know they have like the windmills and bees and all that, and I'll probably do some of that as well, just to make it quicker. Because that'll give me passive income, but I won't be able to afford those for quite some time. Okay, should be enough fertilizer and seed, hopefully, to finish that field. Mailman. Definitely looks like a U.S. postal truck. One of the old ones. Okay, I'll be back when I am done with this field, and then we'll see what we need to do for fertilizing. And we'll be done until we can harvest. Okay, we had just enough seed to finish up. This is our last round. And then I can go back to the farm. I think I'm not going to go to the store and fill this up. I have a lot to think about as far as what I want to do next, so but in the meantime, we'll take this back to the farm, put it away, and move on to the next season or next day. There, that field is done. It actually didn't take too long, probably about a half hour, I want to say. Maybe a little longer. This is a pretty small planter. Unfortunately, but it is what we have. So we need to make it work. I think I'm going to put it over here. Let's just park it outside against the barn for now. Okay. And we'll do the same thing with this implement. I don't think we're going to need this for a while. For those of you who didn't watch my last episode, I did buy this tractor recently. This is the newest edition. It's physically bigger than the other one, but it really doesn't have much more horsepower, if any. So it is the 7810 series versus the 8100 series. So as you can see, quite a bit larger. Okay, let's move on to the next day. Okay, we need to feed the animals quick. They are out of hay, so we're going to do that. Get the bale spike all attached. We did have to buy these hay bales for those of you who don't know. We could not make them. We don't have enough equipment yet. But once we do have enough equipment, we'll definitely be making our own. And we do have some little ones out there in the field, as you can see, the ones jumping around there. Wow, that's impressive. I gotta commend FarmSim for the great improvements, I feel like, in animal care and quality of life updates as well. And just overall graphics of the game. They've done a good job. Alright, so we're going to put that in the bale feeder. See if we can probably fit a second one. Looks like. We'll see what happens. 3, yeah, I think we can fit a second one in there. So we'll maybe grab a second one. Nothing else, we'll move it over there for now. Okay, that bale is about to disappear once it hits 8,000. There it goes. We'll put the second one in there. These are huge bales. Hitting the edge. There you go, buddy. Eat up. Eat up. We need more cows. Okay. So now we have a total of 9. We have a couple 1 months, couple 11 months, and some 60 months. Alright, the crops did start to grow, so we are going to go to the store and we are going to rent a fertilizer. Get everything fertilized. I want to make sure we have the best yields possible. Get our flashers on and take off. And I think the crops are in a state where we won't destruct them if we drive on them, just to test it here. Okay, yeah, we're good. So we can fertilize. Alrighty, I'll be back when I get into the field fertilizing. Okay, we're at the shop. I went down to the yield improvement section. So we can get either a dry fertilizer or a spray fertilizer. Because the spray fertilizers cost more, they're more to lease. So we're going to go with the dry fertilizer, specifically this one. This is going to cost us $1,200 to lease. That plus the fertilizer, we're going to have quite a bit of money into doing this. However, I think it's going to be worth it. Say if we spend half hour and $3,000 to $4,000, I think it's going to give us all of that in yield improvements. So let's buy one solid fertilizer bag. We'll fill this up. Hopefully. Not sure if it's going to fill it all the way. No. So we're going to get... Okay, so we already have 4,000 into fertilizer. I think that's going to be more than plenty, but we can empty the fertilizer out back at the farm. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the field. I was going to take the duals off, but it would have costed me about $3,000, so I decided not to. I probably will at a later date, though, just because I don't feel like I'm going to need them on this tractor long term. We'll just leave them on the bigger guy for now. But these are roll crop duals, so I'm fine with that for now. We'll probably trade this tractor in at some point. Oh, this guy's trying to pass me. Alright, relax. Oh, no. Okay, so steering assist. Oh, wow. This thing is mega wide. Okay. A lot wider than I thought it was going to be. Look at that. Psh, that can really throw the fertilizer. This is nice, so we'll only have to do a couple rounds and we'll be done, actually. So hopefully this is enough fertilizer to do both fields and we have some extra for next season. That'd be great. Yeah, this is not going to take very long at all, which is going to be really nice. Okay, one thing I noticed, I completely forgot to put lime on these fields. Um, but that's okay. We will get that next season. Fortunately, it will not happen this season. Okay, there. Now we're off into the other field. So you can see this other one fully fertilized, but when I take the fertilizer off and adds lime, you can see these two fields down here, 3 and 5, need lime. So we'll plan on doing that next season. Both of them need rolling. We don't have a roller, so we will deal with the rolling once we can. And I don't know if I necessarily ever will roll. Depends. I don't think it gives you a huge yield improvement, maybe 5 to 10%. So I'm not sure it's necessarily worth it in the because the amount of time it takes to roll. Unless you can get a pretty fast roller, then maybe I'd be interested. But otherwise, I'm not super interested. So it does look like we're going to have enough fertilizer to complete these fields. Which is going to be a huge bonus because I don't have to buy more. It's expensive as heck. I think I got to do 1 or 2 more passes down the center. Looks like we're going 11 miles an hour, so pretty good pace. Yeah, maybe only 1 pass down the center actually will be enough. We don't have to get every square foot. As long as we use the 80-20 rule and get most of it. Looks like that's going to be the pass right back there. We'll go back. Roll this way. And start it in stride. There we go. One thing nice about fertilizing is for the amount of yield you get out of it, it does not take too long. You can cover a lot of ground really quickly. This thing goes 11 miles an hour, but let's just look at the other ones quick. Some of these sprayers go just as fast. 15 miles an hour, that would be awesome, but holy mackerel, that's expensive. 15 miles an hour. Yeah, this thing would be awesome. Someday we'll get that. Someday. Self-propelled sprayer would be pretty awesome. But alrighty. Well, I'm going to strategize a little bit on what we want to do next, and then roll forward through the seasons, which I don't want to bore you with. So, but in the meantime, we got to get this thing unloaded. And we don't really have any forks to put the material inside, so we're going to have to kind of back it up, and hopefully it puts it next to the shed here. I think it's Control I. Yep. Okay, so now that's empty. And put it in a perfect spot, actually. So let's go ahead and return this item. Which one is it? This guy. So we're going to return that to the store. Okay. Animals are fed. Now, oh, I almost forgot. I'm going to have to rent a trailer to sell them soybeans. That really stinks, actually. It is what it is, but dang. Forgot about that. We do have the semi, but we don't have a big trailer yet, so. It is selling time. So I went and leased a trailer. We're going to go pick it up quick and hopefully not hit anyone on the way. Alrighty, where am I? Kind of lost here. Alright, so I gotta take a left. Farm Sim really thinks about all the details. Look at the drive shaft on the truck. It's actually spinning, and it gets faster the faster you move, so... Just the little details like that really make this game great. They have trailer brakes, different exhaust sounds. It's great. Great lighting as well. I did recently get a steering wheel. I might consider trying to use it while playing this game. We'll see. So the cost to lease this trailer versus like a tractor trailer, or one that goes on the back of a tractor, was pretty much the same cost, so I ended up just leasing this guy. I know it's a bit overkill for one load, but I figured it'd save time because I only have to do probably 1 or 2 trips. Yeah, this thing is pretty big. Hopefully we can get it into the farm without problem. Beautiful scenery on this map. I love it. Different topography. Pretty excited to buy more land for sure. I think if I take a left here and then hang a right will be my best option. Oh boy, we're not going to fit in there. We're going to have to go all the way around. I think I'll be able to get out though. Find out. Oh boy. Should have hung this corner a little wider. Okay, we made it. I think if we go from this way and we go way wide, we'll be able to hang it in here and go straight out the driveway this way. Which will end up working pretty well. I do got to get realigned here though to fill it. Okay, we don't want to do the wheat. We're going to keep the wheat and we're going to fill it with soybeans. And it looks like it actually has 3 compartments, which I'm not sure I'm a big fan of on this trailer, but it is what it is. Oh, and we might not actually be able to fit everything on one load. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, we won't be able to. I don't believe. Okay. Oh, we did fit everything. Awesome. All right, now let's find our sell point. What do we got over here? Tailor shop. Bakery. What's this over here? Liquid manure. Manure. Green River Silo. There's one way up there. What's this one? Grain Barge Terminal 2. Okay, we could sell it at a grain barge, but I'm not really sure how to sell it at the grain barge, so I might not do that. Grain West Silo, so we're going to take it. Actually, you know what, let's take it to the barge, and we'll figure that out. That way we know for the rest of the time on this map. Hope to God I can make this corner here. Oh, car's coming. Oh, we're gonna run over a little bit of oh no, there's a car coming. We're just gonna back up in here. Let him go by. Come on. And we're gonna hang this way out here. There we are. I think we have to go left right away. I think we gotta take another left here. Yes. There's actually our farm right there. We could have came out this way. I didn't realize the road comes this way, but that maybe would have been a little tight as well, so. This truck can barely pull this thing. We're going to need some more ponies if we keep this trailer. Look at that. Wow. This is a great map. I love this map already. Pretty excited to keep going on it. We're going to have to use the ditch a little bit. Hopefully I'm going the right way. This doesn't seem right. I think there's another road to go down in here, but we're going to try this one. Hopefully we make it. This just seems not like a trucking road. Okay, so there I see the drop-off point right here. I'm not sure if it sells instantly or if we have to wait for the barge to take it to town. So we're going to start dumping. And it does sell instantly, nice. A little bit glitchy on the camera trying to keep it straight in here, but go like this. How do I switch? Tip side. U? There we go. That's the middle compartment now. Okay, and then the last compartment. Nice. Getting a lot of money from this. This is good. Soybeans are always good money. You just don't get a lot from planting them. So. Okay. We are off. Now the question is, how the heck do we get out of here? We gotta take this trailer back to the store. Let's go this way. I think we need to go down this road all the way back to town. This is pretty sketchy coming down here. I think there might be some other drop-off spots for the barge, which I'll probably utilize because this just seems too small. Hopefully this is the right way. We don't meet cars. That'd be bad. Trying to get this Johnson off to the side of the road. Okay. Slow down a little bit here. Ah, we can yield at the stop. There's nothing coming. Yeah. Off-roading with a semi. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. That just... If you get stuck, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get them unstuck, so... I don't think we'll be going down there again. At least not with this thing. I could see a tractor and a wagon. This is a little bit big. Okay, I'm going to drop this off here and get back to the farm. Kind of thinking about this. I have 189,000. It's crop season again. I got a bunch of hay for the cows, so I think I'm going to spend a lot of that money on getting, for one, a trailer. I would like to buy that one, but I want to buy something used, whether it's behind this or the... Because that's 75,000, which is kind of a lot. And then the other item I'm going to work on getting is, if a nice used tractor comes up, I'll obviously buy it. But a bigger planter. Planting takes quite a while. Plowing I'm not too worried about because I can plow and do crops at the same time or harvest. So, okay, we rolled into July. I'm just stopping over here. Our bees are doing good. We almost have a full pallet. Maybe by the end of the season we'll have a full pallet. We'll see. Not really sure what it's worth, if it's worth it doing. Let's go check the farm animals too right away. Doing good here as well. Looks like we might get 3 more in a couple months at least. My young heifers that are 13 months are gonna calve soon, so that'll be good. Hay looks good, water looks good. Crops are coming along as well. Let's look at the growth. Yeah, so these are almost done down here. Whoops. And those are, I believe was it barley? Nope, sorghum. So I've been really wanting to start a chicken coop, but I don't really have a good spot for it. And one other thing I'm kind of baffled by is, so when I go into animals, I'll have to check out the bee stuff later as well. I want to kind of check out more of it. Anyways, chickens. So I have the money to buy a bigger chicken coop. This one, oh, I see. This is a mod. So this huge one is a mod. 60,000. The problem is I don't have a good spot for this unless I got rid of a bunch of stuff like right here. Even the small one is going to be hard to fit in. I'm going to have to, it would maybe go good right here if I got rid of some of these trees. Or right out here by the cows, maybe like right here. If I turned it around. But then I'm going to have to get a chainsaw and cut some of these trees down because it's just not going to fit in here. I mean, it would maybe go right about there. Which is definitely doable. So yeah, I'm not quite sure we're ready for the chickens yet. I kind of want to make sure I have enough money to actually do that. And I wonder, do I have a chainsaw already? Select tool. How do I switch? Hand tool. We do not have a chainsaw either, so we can't even cut stuff down yet. But at least we'd get some money if we cut down some trees. And we sold the wood. Another option would be is to put it over here. I don't really want to sell the big barn. Granted, it is in the way. And it's kind of useless because there's so many different little nooks and crannies, but I do like it for like tool storage. This one I like for big implement stuff. I could sell like this lumber shed. Not sure we'll ever use this really. Okay, it does have a front door. It'd be nice for a car actually at some point. Maybe we'll keep that. Got a mini tugboat in here. It's kind of cool. Oh, we're on the wrong side of the fence. Old walk path in here. No. You got a windmill. Water storage. Don't really want to get rid of any of that stuff. Well, I'll have to do some more thinking on it. Decide what I want to do. I'd maybe have some room right there where the bales are too, possibly. Put it right out in the middle here, because this is kind of a big dead spot. Maybe do that. That could be interesting. Let's see if it fits there. Oh, it could fit right there, but if we're going to go into that, let's try it like this. It'd be a pretty tight fit. I'm just trying to think of where we get the eggs out of. So the eggs would come out the back. We have to put feed in on this side. So I think I would actually want to put it like this. Interesting. We could potentially put it right here. This is definitely an option. Just don't like, I'd like to get through to the bales. Or we could maybe do this. Excuse me. We could still get feed in the backside. That would definitely be an option. I think I'm going to end up putting it right here, getting rid of some of these trees. Okay. All right, well, we have options, I guess, so we'll think about it. But I do want to get the chickens going. I feel like eggs, and you can just constantly feed them, and they're laying all year round, which would be nice. Or at least the majority of the year, not all year, but. All right, let's roll into the next day and pick some sorghum, get that picked, and we'll make some decisions then. See what else comes up on the used market. It is sorghum picking time, so I'm going to run down here to the end of the field. I got the harvester out. So I was looking at the used market. There's this Kubota. I really kind of want to buy this for 5,000. It's cheap. We'd be able to get around fast. Just not sure it's super useful though. So I'm not. I don't know. 40 miles an hour. Probably gonna leave it for now. Nothing came up as far as like grain hauling equipment, so I might end up buying a brand new trailer for 75,000, which I'm not super happy about, but I think we're going to need it because I'm pretty sure the sorghum is going to fill this combine faster than we could ever imagine. And we're about to find out right now. 2, 3. Yeah, we'll see. If it's only going to be a couple loads in this field, that's not too bad. But if we get down to the end and we're at 50% already, that's going to be rough. So we're going to have to literally run over to the silo with this thing every load. So yields are looking pretty promising already. We're at 15%, so we're definitely going to be at 30% by the end of the field. Let's check out how far we are. Yes, I would say we're going to be at about 40%. So that is going to be a lot of loads of sorghum. But that's okay because it's going to fund our chicken operation. That's the big plan. Getting some chickens. Chickens do eat sorghum, I believe. Let's just double check. I can't check right now. I'm 99% sure they eat sorghum. That, and I have a little bit of wheat, so if we have to, we can sell sorghum and buy chicken feed. Either way works. So I don't even think we're going to be able to get all the way around this field without having to unload, which is going to be pretty brutal, actually. I think what I'm going to do is get up to the corner here, and then I'm actually going to do a 180 and go around because of that. Well, this will be a very, very fun field to pick. And I'll probably get the tractor out and start tillage right away. That way it's done. I don't have to worry about it. Sorghum's kind of hard to pick because it's hard to see like what you've picked. There's not a helper line this way, but we're going to do it manually just because I don't want to get stuck on the backside of the field since we're almost full already. Well, super impressed with the yields. I know sorghum does give you a lot of yield normally, but that's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Okay, while this is going, I think I'm going to buy a trailer so we can go pick it up. We are going to buy the cheapest one, which is going to be this one. The one we had, which will be fine. That's a nice trailer. Main color, I think we want to keep it. Ooh, black would maybe be cool with that truck. How much is a paint job? 0, so we can go black. Huh. Let's look at that truck quick. They have it has some white on it. White or black, really. I think I like the white. It's more clean. Rim color, cover color. Nah, black on the cover. 75,000. We're officially a trailer owner. So let's go pick that up and unload our sorghum. We'll head this way. I'm excited to have a trailer right away. A lot of times I don't get one right away, just because of the sheer cost, but in this case I think it's going to end up working out pretty well. Just because I don't have a grain cart or anything, so we're going to use this as the grain cart, or the chaser. This truck is not very torquey. It doesn't have a ton of power, but it is what it is. Wish the side of the truck was a little bit brighter white to match the trailer, but that's okay. Let's get a little more square. And we're off. Nice, I'm pretty excited about this. A Load King trailer. This thing's gonna be a huge time saver. Huge time saver. We're just gonna park it right here for now. And we'll bring the combine over. Not really sure. I think I can fill the middle one too. It's kind of weird. Not really sure I like the middle compartment, but it is what it is. Hauls a lot of grain, so. I don't even know if this whole field will fill this thing up. Might not, so. Let's see how much sorghum goes for. Prices, sorghum. 1,000 a bushel. Yeah, not the best, but that little bit was 8,000, so not bad also. Yeah, that semi and trailer look really nice. Glad we got that right away. The true American farmer way. Not sure they're super popular in Europe, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we are about halfway through this field. It's going really good. I want to say the truck's maybe halfway full. So it'll be close to full when we're done. Which it's already saved me a ton of time because I'm not having to go all the way over to the grain bin even though it's right there. I just gotta go to the edge of the field and unload. And it's a lot quicker unloading into the truck than the grain bin because you have to fish around them trees over there and turn around and whatnot. Anyways, I'm about to be full again right now. Hopefully turn out right before we get 100. 98. 99. Okay. So we have the middle compartment full, and the back one's getting close to full. I think it'll be full this time. Looks like. Yep. Okay, put the last little bit in there. One thing I will say, this combine does not pump out very fast, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. And we're empty. We're off. Got maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 to 6 more rows left, and then we're done. I did not start plowing yet, obviously. I'm going to wait till I'm completely done, and then I'll hire a worker to do that. Haven't really decided on the chicken thing yet, either. I'd like to make a decision, but I don't know. It's hard for me to make one. I also need a flatbed trailer and a skid steer and all that good stuff if I do want chickens, so that's kind of part of the reason why I haven't bought anything yet, because I need all more equipment that I don't have. The reason why I need a skid steer is to be able to load a trailer with the chicken egg pallets, which I'm going to need anyways for the bees, and then I need a flatbed trailer, which is not cheap either. Let's check out that situation. And we could buy a smaller one, $20,000. Go behind a tractor. Let's see what a semi one is. 29,000? No, we can't use this. I don't know what this is for. It's like a header trailer or something. I wonder if you can put a different body configuration. Trailer hitch, rear hitch pin, attachment front. Wondering if we can't put this on a semi. Gooseneck. I don't think that'll go on a semi actually. So we're not going to do that. So really 46,000 if we wanted a huge one, which I'm not, I don't know. It's a lot of money to spend on a trailer at this point. So I think we're going to hold off on the chickens, at least for now. Kind of see how things play out. We'll see, maybe sell these soybeans the next season. I mean, the other option is I could get a cheap skid steer. Let's see how much skid steers are. Or even a forklift. How much are forklifts? 55 grand. Holy mackerel. I would actually almost prefer a forklift because they probably operate a little better. That's huge. How much is a skid steer? Only 35,000 for a smaller skid steer. We might go this option for now. So we'd have 35 plus 80, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we already don't have enough money to pull it off, and that's without even buying a trailer. Because I would need both of them items to even start the chicken farm. But maybe what I'll do this season is start clearing out the wood. Buy some sort of a trailer so I can sell the wood. Whoops, going down the wrong lane. We want to go down this one because we're going to be full this time around. Okay, might as well get the auger out. Get ready to dump. I'm actually going to go right now because we're close to the truck, and then we'll come back. We should be able to finish everything up with one load. And that'll be everything for sorghum harvested. I also kind of decided I want to leave this parking lot right here wide open, just for when I get bigger equipment. That way I can pull stuff in and out easily and not have much for mass problems. Yeah, that'll work well. We kind of need it opened up for when we get bigger equipment in. Eventually, we will be buying bigger tractors and stuff. So that's the other thing about getting chickens right now is it really cripples me because if I don't have money readily available. If something comes up on the used market, like a nice tractor that's more horsepower than what I currently got, or a nice planter, I really can't buy it. So then I have to rely on new equipment, which is very high priced. So I don't mind the old stuff. Yeah, it has more hours and you gotta repair it and whatnot, and it costs money, but cheaper upfront cost just to get us going. Eventually we'll be buying newer stuff. Okay. Last round. And we can get out here and start working it with the tiller. We could plant it, I wonder, in the fall here. Let's see what we can all plant. So we can do canola and barley. I don't think oat. Where's oats? Wheat. Wheat, we could do wheat too. I don't think I can actually plant any of that with the planter though, so I'm kind of out of luck. Maybe do all soybeans next season and hope for the best. Okay. There, that was a pretty darn good sorghum crop, I think. And this will turn into a soybean field. Then we'll do soybeans on the other field, at least for this next season. Just to try to get that early starting money for a chicken coop. And we dang near filled that trailer all the way up. Look at that. That's nice. Okay, let's put this guy away. Lower the header. Okay. Alrighty, let's pull this thing around and drop it all off. Hopefully I can pull in here pretty seamlessly. Looks like I will be able to. Okay, that front one's dumping already. And on to the middle one. And the back one. Pull up a little bit. And I'm not even sure how much these silos hold. It doesn't look like a ton. So eventually we're going to have to cut these trees down anyways to put silo extensions on here. There, empty. And I think I can pull this semi-trailer actually right into the big barn. We'll see how that goes. At least we'll be able to back it up in there if nothing else. But it's kind of out of the way. Actually, I'm gonna keep it right on here because we gotta do soybeans, so. Okay, and we are off again. One more load and the center tank will be full. Now that Farm Sim has the guided steering system, I like to cut through the center of the field. Kind of opens it up a little bit. More opportunity for turning around. And I'll show you what I mean at the end here. I no longer have to do a wide turn. I can basically just turn at speed in stride, which is very nice actually. So all I'm going to do here is lift up the head, start making my turn. Normally I'll skip one row, one or two, put the head back down higher, and set cruise control again. And we're off to the races. So if I had to do a wide turn, I'd still be turning around. That's what makes this so handy and a lot quicker, fortunately. What a great update. We are just wrapping up this field. It's completely done. Actually went really fast. It's pretty good. Quicker than I thought it was going to go. So I'm happy about that. Now we're just putting the last of the beans into the truck. And actually what's weird is this combine actually glitched out. You can't see the crop in the bin. Happened just on the last load, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. At least it still comes out. I was kind of nervous it wasn't going to. But that's okay. We didn't quite get a full truck, but I think we got around 35 to 40,000 bushel, and I'm pretty happy with that. So get the auger put in and put this combine away. And we'll empty that truck into the grain bin as well. Oh boy. Too wide. This is where having a head where you can put it on a trailer or something would be very nice, because we have to go all the way around. At least on this farm. I don't know. At some point I might get a shed somewhere where I can at least put like the combine, because it's wider and whatnot. That way we're not taking it all the way around every time. Every entrance has the gate and fence besides this one over here. Okay, we're going to put this right here and call it a day. Hopefully we don't get stuck in the field here. Looks like we're going to be able to get it out. We have 39,724 bushel. That's good. It's a good amount. I think it's going to empty the back one first. Yes. Okay. Then the middle one. Oh, front one. There, now we can go park this thing inside, since we're done with crops for the season. Back this baby all the way up in there. Hopefully, if we can get it straight. There, that's pretty straight. Good enough for now. It's hanging on a little bit, but that'll be okay. Okay, let's check on this guy. We're actually gonna head over here and finish up. He missed a row, so grab that for him. pull this at 7 miles an hour. That's all the faster it's going to pull it. And just plowing the field too, not just cultivating it. Which is good for yield, of course. We do have quite a bit left. So I don't know, I might keep them going, I might not. Maybe I'll stop for the winter months and then we'll have them come back out during planting season. Park this bad boy right here. Okay, let's check on the animals quick. Everything looks good for hay. Meadow is getting down there. But that's good. It should last through the winter. We got 3 more bales so we can feed. And yeah, let's fast forward into springtime. This season's a wrap. We're going to hold off on the chickens for now. And we will deal with that next season. Yeah. I think I'm going to end the episode here and kind of decide what I'm going to do with the chickens. So stay tuned for the next one. See if I end up putting those in. Yeah, thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.